What's up everyone, Ozzy over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the reviews of Retro Studios and if this studio is going to be closing down based on some of these anonymous reviews. Now I know that already sounds pretty silly, but this kind of made some waves in the gamosphere, so I thought I'd talk about it. So let's go ahead and jump into what the people had to say on Glassdoor, and then I'll get into my own opinions when it comes to Retro Studios. So here's the first one from May 14th, 2018, and it says it doesn't recommend, negative outlook, and disapproves of CEO. And one of the main quotes was, "The spark left this place a long time ago." And it says, "I worked at Retro Studios full time. Here are the pros. We got free games and sometimes it's a steady paycheck. And here are the cons. Half of the team's expecting Nintendo to shut it down, and the other half is hoping Nintendo sees the elephant in the room and changes management. The advice to management would be just move to Vegas and get it over with." Now let's go ahead and move on to the next one here from April 16th. So we're actually going back 1 month from the May one, and it says stuck and a 2-star. So the first one was a 1-star. This one's a 2-star that we're coming up. Doesn't recommend, negative outlook, disapproves CEO. And it says, "I have been working at Retro Studios full time more than 5 years. Here are the pros. You get to be a part of the Nintendo family and a consistent paycheck. Here are the cons. Upper management is seemingly unwilling to seek out help in areas where they are ill-equipped. The Peter principle is apparent throughout most departments. Unpaid overtime, little to no empowerment." Here's the advice to the management: radically increase transparency, add systems to enforce accountability of upper management, ask for help, and open to constructive criticism. Now, one thing that I'm seeing that some people are saying is like, oh, Retro Studios is going to be shut down any minute now based on what they said here. Well, they said this months ago. This was May 14th was the most recent negative review there. There might have been more, or I didn't check. I just looked at the topic article in terms of some of the reviews where people were kind of pulling this source information from, and it was back in May. Now we're all the way in what now? July, July at this point, and we still haven't heard anything. So I doubt Nintendo's going to comment on something. But Glassdoor, just to let you guys know, just so we can kind of get both sides of this, Glassdoor is not a place to where you're going to go and say, okay, everyone's just going to be happy with every single job. Even if it is a great place to work, you're going to find people who go on there and trash different places just because it's Glassdoor. People always do that, even if you're at a great place. That's just the nature of the business. Whatever you do, whether it's YouTube full-time, whether it's working at any of these companies, there's not going to be any time where it's going to be a 100% positive experience. Even if you have your own business or whatever the case, it doesn't matter what sector or factor that you're in, there is no positive 100% experience with everybody that goes through the company. So since these are anonymous and we can't get more details than that, we're just going off of this. So I just want to make sure that you guys have that in mind. Now, keeping that in mind, I do think one thing: Retro Studios has definitely been mismanaged. There's been issues across the board, in my opinion. Nothing that I can prove, but we did have some of those articles back a while ago talking about there was some problems with Kensuke Tanabe and the team over at Retro Studios based on certain things, and maybe that's what led to Metroid Prime being taken away from Retro Studios and off-shipped to Japan in order for them to make it there. Now, I do feel that, yes, once again, the management, there has been some issues. I feel that that's caused problems, but I don't feel that Retro Studios is going to be shut down or something like that. I don't think that's going to happen at all. If anything, if you look at like Nintendo Software Technology, they're not even shut down yet. And these are the guys who made Wave Race and they made 1080 snowboarding, and they haven't done anything substantial in quite some time, yet they're still somehow around. If anything, Nintendo would probably reduce the workforce at Retro Studios. Maybe they just work on support things, kind of like Nintendo Software Technology. But at the same time, we still have a lot of rumors going around when it comes to the Star Fox game that they're working on, the Star Fox Racing game. And on top of that, Retro Studios has been hiring pretty much every single year. We see multiple listings for Retro Studios. So it doesn't seem like to me it's going to be a company that's going to be shutting down anytime soon. So I do want to just go ahead and get that out there. But I do agree that there's definitely been some issues when it comes to back and forth between Nintendo, what they're going to do. If you look at their pace of games, I mean, they make like one game every single like 5 or 6 years or something like that. And all we've really gotten from them like recently was the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze port, which was handled in-house. Outside of that, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze back in 2014. Then before that, Metroid Prime Trilogy, the release on the Wii. So there hasn't really been much. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong Country Returns as well in 2010. So they haven't done a lot in like the past decade or so, but we'll have to wait and see, guys. I wouldn't take Glassdoor as the be-all end-all, because trust me, it's not. So we'll see about this game if it does come out when it comes to the Star Fox Racing game, and we'll see what else Retro Studios has for us in the future when it comes to the Switch. But I just wanted wanted to get my thoughts on it because I know a lot of you guys are thinking about this and messaging me about it as well. So what do you guys think about all of this that's going on with Retro Studios here? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages. Consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace!